What you're going to see now is once I come out of that section, I'm going to go into a personal story that really demonstrates how our company treats customers. Right? I talked about my guarantee and our commitment to service. Now I'm going to give a real life customer example using what I call a signature story that illustrates our commitment to serving customers. And what you'll see at the end of this is once I tell that story, and by the way, it's really important that you have a letter that supports the story. Because if you say it, you're a salesperson. If your customer says it in a letter, then it's true. It's critically important to get that third-party validation. You're going to share the story and then simply ask your homeowner, how do you suppose, Mrs. So-and-so felt about the way we treated her? Take a quick look.
What I'd like to do, Doug and Jamie, is to share a letter with you to demonstrate what this guarantee looks like in real life. You hear the term satisfaction guarantee, money back guarantee quite often, sure. And sometimes it's in one ear and out the other. So we like to really illustrate what it looks like in real life. This is a letter from a customer of ours, Sarah Parker, and Sarah had a very high efficiency heating system put in her home, and obviously it's very high efficiency. It was the most expensive system as well. About 8 months after we did the installation, I got a call from her, and she said that she needed the old system, pulled out and the cheapest system we had installed and refund her the difference. And of course I was very curious what happened, so I said, Sarah, what exactly happened? And she says, well, I just learned that she had been diagnosed sadly with cancer and was very, very sick. And as a result, she was going to have to leave her job for treatment. As a result of leaving her job, she was going to have to sell her house. So she was just trying to round up all the money that she could, and before she sold her home and went through this very traumatic situation. And once she explained the situation to me, I said, "Now listen, Sarah, we're not going to yank that system out. What I want you to do is very simple. You keep the expensive system. What I'm going to do is to refund you the difference and allow you to keep that system," because it was the right thing to do. And this is a letter that Sarah wrote the next year after she was able to sell the house. In fact, the real estate agent told her that because she had that high efficiency system, it was actually one of the things the person that bought the home from her really enjoyed, and so it actually helped her sell her house. So it was a win-win for everybody. And this is just a letter where she outlines that whole story. And again, I just want to share that with you because I think when you're talking to a heating and air conditioning contractor, a contractor of any kind, it's important to know what they do when the chips are down, because obviously these are complex mechanical systems. There can be a problem. You want to know who's going to come out and take care of it, and if they're going to take care of it. So, if we would do something like this in this situation, what does that say about how we would treat your system if it went out on a 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night and it just wasn't heating or cooling? Do you think our company would be apt to come out and give you this kind of service?
Well, it definitely sounds that way. So there was really nothing wrong with Sarah's system.
Seriously, that's amazing.
So Doug, Jamie, I'd like to ask you a question. How do you suppose Sarah Parker felt when her heating and air conditioning company, really had her back when the chips were down and she had this situation? How do you suppose she felt?
Surprised, amazed.
Yeah, I think that the fact that her heating and air conditioning company kind of stepped in, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. It was a wonderful opportunity for us to help her out, and obviously, we wanted things to work out well for her.
Now think about where I am in this process. I made the statement to the homeowner that, hey, you can trust us. We have this great guarantee. We're this great company. And then I told them about the Sarah Parker story, and then I showed them the letter. Once I'm done with that, I asked them, how do you think Sarah Parker felt about her contractor having her back? This is really important to get the homeowner to respond back like, hey, she must have been really appreciative. Sounds like you're a great company. So it's really important that you give that social proof, you tell the story, you give the proof in the letter, and that really demonstrates, the whole thing you're trying to do here is to demonstrate that you're a great company. It's going to be really important because in the next section, I'm going to start talking about the futility of getting 3 bids.